Well, we made to Exhibition A, which they have a bunch of old Indy cars.
Old Indy
Probably
cars.
new to me, old to... No,
No, I think they're the cars that you would have raced against, maybe potentially driven. Maybe
Not
we'll find
true.
your car here, because it's like the 70s, right?
Right. So we have, man, that's story. Like the thing that I like the most when you take a look at these cars, we realize how
Brave they were,
correct
and how not brave we are. Yeah.
You know, but I mean, this 1966 Lola, it's something that, like, you can't imagine. Like, look at the gas tank is like on the side.
Yeah.
It's between your legs, like on top of your legs.
You're basically sitting on a bomb.
And,
Fast
and,
one.
And then there was actually Jackie's car, right?
Yeah.
So drove it in 1966, which remarkably, I wasn't born yet.
Surprising to me. Yeah.
But
Firestone was still around.
yep, obviously it's one of ours, main sponsors in IndyCar and been doing tires. But like this is like a lot of IndyCar history. And then you know shifting to
And this is all one collection as well.
Yeah.
So
And-
Guy in
and
Carmel,
in
Indiana.
Carmel, yeah, Gary's,
him and his wife. He has 16 Indy cars here. He's got some of the. Actually,
Fuel pumps.
I went to some of the fuel tanks thinking that one of ours was there. It's not.
it's amazing how the automotive connects to racing all
Oh,
the
yeah,
time,
for
right?
sure.
And people
Yeah,
ask
yeah.
us all the time, what's
Yeah.
you know, and then I think that's Carroll Shelby, obviously, an iconic person that built the Cobra.
Yeah.
I've never driven one. Have you?
I've only driven the kit versions, not the actual Carroll Shelby.
The
version.
real-
The much cheaper versions
Right.
of what this is.
Which
but,
this is not the cheaper version.
No.
How many are they?
Only
Like
260-ish of these, which is
Makes
crazy to think about.
well, I don't even know
seeing-
how much money this is going to go
No,
for.
it's a work of art essentially that happens to also just drive on the road.
And this is a history of how also racing began, which is pretty cool. So well, and then I heard they said we have a pair of Camaros. Your base car, is it a Camaro?
It is a Camaro.
See, mine's a Corvette, so you might be more familiar with.
I might be. I'm certainly not. But yeah, no. Every 500 winner gets to keep the pace car from that year. So obviously Chevy's been a partner of the Speedway for quite some time. We're both Chevy teams, so I think you and I both have an affinity with Chevy products.
Right. I mean, obviously, then it becomes as we both won the 500.
Yep.
You get the car that is actually never going to sell,
Yeah.
and obviously they surprise us each year with the car. But we're talking about two Camaros here, so the racing cars.
Yeah.
That actually Roger Penske, our
It's a name.
Series
It's a
owner,
name we're familiar with.
Very familiar.
Yeah.
And basically it was a Trans-Am series, which doesn't we never raced.
Right.
It still exists nowadays, but
Do you want to know what's cool about things? Is the iconic color schemes that I would have never attached necessarily the blue and yellow of Sunoco to a Trans-Am car.
Right.
But like you see this from afar and you're like, oh, that's a Sunoco car. Like the branding that exists between.
and you can tell Roger kept his style of
Oh yeah.
everything matchy and everything else.
Very slim lines, fine detail.
But I am going to ask Roger when I see him, because we know how he takes care of the series. The Speedway is always immaculate. Have you seen that handle?
Yeah. Maybe it was on purpose.
They got that off my kitchen
This
cabinet.
just came out of the kitchen cabinet. Well, so that's pretty cool. I mean, obviously, these cars, we got a chance to drive them at velocity.
Yeah.
And man, these people are real. There is no power steering, which is amazing. So
No
not
sequential
comfortable, no
gearbox.
sequential gearbox. But yeah, we'll see. I mean, these also are part of a racing history.
Yeah.
And I'm baffled that Roger doesn't have them in his museum. He might
Well,
have.
he probably has too many.
Correct.
Yeah.